Oh, I guess it's life. I'm still eating my pancakes. Mm. So I want to talk about Amanda. Can't call her by her name anymore. So I apologize to all the Amandas out there. Amanda's a nice name, but we can't call her. We can call her AH, Amanda Third, Amanda Pants. I don't know, but we can't just use the other names. So we cannot. So I know this has been done over and over and over. Um, but um, yeah, sorry, it's late, it's like midnight. Because I didn't do anything when it came out because I was so wrapped up in my own thing, watching a lot of stuff and I was working. And I was not going to talk about it at all because I was like, okay, this is done after he lost the UK case. I'm like, oh, it's done. But now, with all the footage, the body cam footage from the LAPD and all that stuff that come out, and her fans making threats against the Umbrella Guy, the YouTuber, which I love. If you haven't subscribed to him, go do it. The Umbrella Guy, that Umbrella Guy. It's amazing. And they make threats on him and his children, his house. It's ridiculous. So that's what I'm just back talking about, this little monster. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break down um, a video, I mean, not a video, an audio of her talking about how he always split and how he always leaves the fight and he doesn't want to fight and how he doesn't fight for her. And it's very weird. She said the word fight 100 times. I know this has been played, but it's just interesting. And I'm just going to just have it on caption because sometimes like the way she talks, she's just ridiculous. And he doesn't seem drunk or high. He just seems tired. And like, okay, all right. Like just, when you say yes to a crazy person.
All the trust is gone. All the fucking trust is
Okay.
gone.
I'm going to be pausing because I'm just going to show you what she's doing and how she is gaslighting the crap out of him.
It has to say, people are like, well,
Okay,
we're not going to
Okay.
listen to you because you did X, Y, and Z.
All right.
So keep that in mind. Listen to this. So let's take a listen, and I'm going to pop in with my color commentary. And not act like that's about that. It's not.
Well, on a plane, I can't split.
No, and you hit back. So don't act like you don't fucking participate.
I pushed you.
I'm not going to get into the details of that fight. You and I both know that you split when there is no physical violence.
She doesn't want to get into the details because even if he pushed her, she doesn't want to get into the details because what she did is way worse than that. So she's really good at what she does. She really is. And she's saying you always split. She's not talking about a split as a split personality disorder. She's talking about split like, oh my God, you split. You go to the other room or you split. You just disappear. Splitting. It seems like you can't do that to her because she's a little brat.
And that you do it like at the very beginning of fights these days. And if you split and you go into a different room and you don't actually leave that house, it does nothing but perpetuate the fight.
She already said the word fight like 3 times.
Really, when you split on me, how do you feel when I leave you?
When I split, when I go into the other room, you said.
And getting me a room, getting another room in a hotel is just the same thing.
This is like she's trying to make him feel guilty. He's a man, and he's trying to get everybody knows this. I'm just talking about something that is just old news from 2020. He's really trying not to hit her and not to even yell at her. That's why he's going to a different room to cool off. This is like the smartest thing to do. And she already said the word fight 4 times.
When did I get another room at the hotel?
You text Steven or Nathan in Toronto to get you another room. It's chronic. It happens all the time. And if you do it to go into another room, you do it and you get dressed.
You were fucking screaming at me.
And then again, try to gaslight him, make him feel guilty for just going to another room. And he said, "You're screaming at me." It seems so real. Like, it doesn't seem like he's overdoing it and over. He knows he's being recorded. And I think she knows she's recording it. So she's so dumb. If you know you've been recorded, why are you going to say that word fight over and over and over? Like, it's dumb.
Okay, so here is where.
Okay, so this is like we're going again until this just lasts forever. It's at least an hour of her saying, "You don't fight for me. You never fight." The phrase that when I get to it, "You never fight for me."
Never self-calm. You never self-soothe. You're never the one to throw the olive branch. I'm sick and tired of it. It needs to fucking change. And you can go, I can't meet those demands. I can't do it. Or you can fucking promise me so I have a modicum of safety. I feel a modicum of respect. A little tiny sliver of fucking like, you are in this whether it is good or bad.
No, you're not in it, whatever is good or bad. Because pretty much what she's saying is like, well, you can just like I can just beat you up and until death do us part and all that. No, it isn't. It's not like the 1950s. No, it's not. I'm drinking hot chocolate. It's not coffee. That, like her voice, she is acting. It's like she has a camera and a microphone in front of her. Whatever you do, da-da-da-da-da, she's like reading a script. I'm sure she had rehearsed this before, but you never know the reaction of the other person. So she's trying to make him feel so guilty. And I like his attitude here. He's in power, finally. So I think this came out way after the restraining order. He's kind of like standing for himself, which is great. You never do this. You never do that. It's hard not to get violent with somebody like that. And actually, I don't believe he did. I believe he's bled and went to the other room, which is what probably something I would have done. I would just go outside, just go get fresh air or something. I think that's all I wanted to just point out.
Bad, down and up, lows and highs, tough and easy.
You see the manipulation by there. She's the one that doesn't want to be in it because she just wants to be in it. We all know this. She did this when he said he wanted a prenup. So she's the one that doesn't want to be in it, but she's trying to make him feel that he's the one who doesn't want to be in it. No matter what, lows and highs, tough and easy. It's really just seems like a script. This is just hilarious. I mean, really. It's trying to reason with this guy. I mean, how can you reason with her? It's really. It's more of the same crap.
Have you as my
I didn't interrupt you. You asked me, right? You said right.
I meant you interjected. I meant you said. You said. How about that? See, now is this better? I answered you. I addressed what you're saying. Now can we please not fight about that?
And I said, because I love you.
I said loved.
Okay. He said, I loved you. I just couldn't really find the sentence. You know, like sometimes you talk and you just put the E and the D in English, or even if you talk Spanish, you put the O and an A. It's normal. Normal, Amber. You're not making a movie. It's normal to talk like that, even if you're Johnny Depp. He said, because I loved you. He said, well, you said I loved you. No, you said I love you. He said, I love you. And she's trying to drive him crazy about the ED at the end of the word love. I think he did say, I loved you, not I love you. But it's the same thing. It's really not such a big deal. She's such a melodramatic, egotistic, prima donna. How many words, narcissistic, all that. This is like one little tiny little audio. And the fact that she wants him to stay and fight. He always pled. I'm just going to try to do her tone. It's just annoying even to do it. You always pled. You don't fight for me. You don't do this. You don't do that. It's all his fault. She's not taking responsibility for anything. She's not saying, why are we always fight? What are we splitting? Why can we work this out? She's not using any we. It's all about him and all the stuff that he does badly. This guy, and he recorded it. I think he's why he's keeping it calm, and she knows she's been recorded because she's the one recording it, and she's too dumb to just keep saying the word fight and split and make him look like he is a nut job just for not wanting to hit her, for just going to the other room and try to just make peace. At this point, he already, oh my God, there's like a plane going on. At this point, he already gave up on the relationship. Maybe not, because he keeps saying, I love you, I love you. You can just love somebody as a person, but she never said, I love you back. She never does. She never does. It's just sad. Oh, yeah, yourself. I'm sorry, I'm tired. It's the same thing. The word F, fight, split. You always split. It's like saying, it's like if my little kid, my son tells his young sister, who's tiny, well, you don't want to fight. When I take your toys, you go into the other room. You don't want to fight. Yeah, it's good. You don't want to fight. That's the healthy thing to do. It's not fight.
You never, ever do the work. Put in the work. If we're arguing about something, you don't ever try to get to the bottom of it, figure out, make the peace. You want to make it easy on you. So you split. You don't fight for me. You don't fight when there's a problem. You don't come to me. You don't make peace with me. You never extend an olive branch. You're never the bigger guy. You're never the one that's like, okay, I'm going to put my own feelings aside for a second and say, this is bigger than us. Let's stop fighting. You never are the one to come and knock on my door.
You never. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. It's just really frustrating. Oh, somebody's watching. Okay, I'm sorry that I'm just still eating. This is the first food I have in the whole evening. This pancake. I look like Amber eating a quart. What you think? I mean, if this is the way that you will talk, let's just pretend they're not famous. Is this the way you talk? Let's say you have a brother or a sister, and there's some type of problems, type of problematic, this situation, family situation, or you never do this. You never fight with me, for me. Fight for me. It's really messed up to say to somebody they have to fight for you. The whole thing, to death do us part, in good and in health and in sickness, all that stuff that people say when they get married. At least in America they say that, in the UK they say that too. In English they say that. It's so dumb because it's not whatever. So even if you put a gun to my head, it's to death do us part. I have to stay with you. No, so she's just messing with his head. And Johnny seems, in this audio, he seems like he's more in control of it, and that's make her more mad, because that's how she rolls. She just can't. I'm counting the word fight at least 9 times already. You never do this. You never do that. Maybe call Travis. Oh yeah, this is the Travis thing. Because he said, well, I have proof that you lie. Because Travis watched the whole thing, and she's like, she just insulted him over and over again. This is old, I know, but I don't. It doesn't get old.
The bottom of it, figure out, make the peace. You want to make it easy on you, so you split. You don't fight for me. Okay. You don't fight when there's a problem. You don't come to me. You don't make peace with me. You never extend an olive branch. You're never the bigger guy. You're never the one that's like, okay, I'm going to put my own feelings aside for a second and say, this is bigger than us. Let's stop fighting. You never are the one to come and knock on my door.
I think never. Oh yeah, I already played this part because it seems it's so problematic, and she's so redundant, like it's like I wouldn't even use that word a lot. It's and this is the audio that she admit to. I hit you, I didn't punch you, and he said, I know how it feels to be punched and all that stuff. And even if he's a guy, and even if he's been in fights before with guys, Probably because all guys do. It's like it still hurts you that your wife is hitting you, even it doesn't really hurt you. Like it just hurts you emotionally and like physically, emotionally, and just makes you sad because you marry this weirdo that he married. It's really bad. She's really good at what she does. This shows you. Maybe we don't like what she's doing. Maybe we're against her. This shows you that she got the UK um, in her pocket because of this. So you can just sit on YouTube and say how bad she is and how much of a narcissist monster Amanda is. But at the end of the day, she won. Not she didn't win. The Sun, the papers, because she thinks she won. The publication won. And Virginia in 2020, she might win again. This is what people are so sure. Remember when everybody was sure that he was going to win? He didn't. If she keeps going with this narrative, but if they show the body cam for the LAPD when they go into the penthouse and there's nothing, then that is going to be it's going to be good on his favor. But if there's more audio like this, there might be when oh man, it might just go on to I don't know. Virginia is a small state. Fairfax, which is the city in Virginia is happening, is a small town. I'm worried that, well, the judge is a woman. I'm worried that they're not going to treat him fairly because of his past drug addiction and alcoholic and alcohol. Because he is a drug addict. She's a drug addict. There's a lot of drug addicts. But I don't want him. It would be really sad if he's judged on that and not judged on if he hit her or not. He dragged her to the floor and made her bleed and make her walk in glass and all that stuff. If they judge him for his past, he's been doing drugs, he's been drinking, he drinks liquor, he drinks wine, he smokes weed and does some pills once in a while, the white stuff too. He never denied it. I hope that they don't cut him on that. They don't use that against him because everybody does something. Probably the judge does something too. So anyway, I think my whole screen went black. This is when she goes again on the position and she talks about how she has to she had to jump in the front of Johnny and her little sister. Nobody talks like that when you're 30 years old and the sister's 27. You don't say my little sister. It's just a tactic that she's doing so she looks like a victim and she looks so defenseless and hopeless. And she talks about how they were on the stairs and Johnny, her sister, always had a good relationship, but all of a sudden they don't. This is what Amber is saying, and what Whitney said, which she lied under oath. And then Amber is saying that she had to jump into. This is more the reason I'm putting it together because this is more of manipulation and just her looking like a victim. When she's in the deposition in court like this, I've never seen something like that. I've never seen that. I've been to court many times. I served jury duty, which is really fun. To me, it's fun. Never seen somebody eating. They don't even let you chew gum. You just have a cup of water, and that's it. I've never seen anybody eating. So I don't know who she thinks she is. It's not court, it's a deposition, but it's still she should not be eating. I know she's eating because she's nervous and she's trying to buy time by eating. It's not like she's hungry. Why she didn't eat before she got there. The ups and lows, the goods and bad. I'm just can't remember all that because already we haven't listened to this. And then sometimes she said, well, there's a night that she said, well, sometimes I lose it. Sometimes, that day I lost it. She said that. And that is, she's not referring that I lost it, I scream at you all night. It's referring to something physical. You don't say I lost it unless it's something physical, I think. And then he has his fingers cut and all that stuff. And, make the peace and the olive branch, a little sliver, a little silver lining of love. And she just keeps like, I can't even repeat it. I mean, it's like a script, you know. She's a horrible actress, but on this, she's kind of good. She's really good at what she does. Splitting over and over. I just really want to know how many times she says it.
And nothing has been thrown or hit or anything. No, I can change certain things that are hurting you. But I know I can't blame myself entirely for going straight.
Oh my God. There's certain things that are hurting you, but I can't blame myself entirely. Oh God. I never heard something like that. This is like pure brattiness from like high school. Well, I know there's things that are hurting you, but I can't blame myself entirely. I mean, you can say that if you like in the casino or something. Like, hey man, it's just like, I know I will lose, but I can't blame myself entirely. You know, but like not in a physical fight, emotional fight. And when she say, I know there's things that I do that hurt you, I don't know if she's referring to something physical or her flirting with somebody or she cheated on him before. I think it's a physical thing. Keep losing the screen because my internet is bad because we're having a thunderstorm here in Oklahoma. It's been very windy and my phone is dead. My internet is bad anywhere.
So what just happened?
You told me to do it. You told me to. You said, go do that.
I said, no.
This is the Travis thing. The Travis thing is so like bad. He calls Travis, which is on his side. And he's smart. He's calling it Travis so Travis can witness what's going on. And she lied in front of Travis. Travis like, what happened? And she's like, nothing. And this gives it more leverage, for sure.
You liar.
I watched you lie. I heard it. I was right there.
There's no lie. You still haven't told me what lie it is. But yet every single fucking time. You know you do this every single fucking time.
We'll talk to Chubb.
I'm not fucking talking to nobody.
No,
fuck that. You go fucking jerk him off. I don't care. I really could care less. It's you every single time. You latch onto some sort of thing. When I already told you, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. You don't even know what you're talking about. You still haven't even told me what it is. But run.
Yeah. She is like she's a narcissist. She's putting like little seeds, specks of doubt in his mind. So she's confusing him. So to this point, I don't know if maybe he drinks some wine or not, but even if he did, he really doesn't know what she's talking about anymore because she's doing this and she's really good at doing this. And then she goes back, and when she goes back to talk about her again, who she talks about? Herself. You never fight. You never do this. You never come back. You didn't show up for my birthday. You don't fight for me. You don't fight for the relationship. It's just like you use so many times. What got me about that sound, the audio the most is when she said, I know there's things that I do that hurt you, but I can't blame myself entirely. She said, I can't blame myself entirely. Well, blame yourself a little bit.
Run with it.
Run with it. So comment on so slow. Makes him feel less than a man and a coward because he just wants to have a cigarette and go to the patio or go to the other room and chill, which is better than punch back. I believe so, for real.
Until they actually
like seriously, like I'm just risking all this. God.
Insulting. It becomes all kinds of shit. It becomes like.
See how calm he is? And it's not because he's drunk or maybe he's tired of this shit. He's calm because he's trying to put his point across and he's trying not to go to the level that she is by yelling back at her.
Yeah, right at the get-go, yeah.
See, that's the problem. If you see any criticism as a verbal assault, of course we have this problem. We're going to have it next time you do. God forbid I have a problem with something you do. We're going to be in this situation. Are you ready for it?
Say it nice, man.
What?
Say it nice, man. I love when Johnny says, man. Say it nice. Why do you gotta do all this circus? Because you're an actress.
But if I'm hurt, am I not allowed to be hurt and be human? That's the thing. You're not allowing me to be human then.
Okay, you're not allowing me to be human. that is just something that is super. You could say that to somebody is crazy. You're not allowing me to be human. You don't fight for us. You're not allowing me. You're not allowing me to fight. That's pretty much what she's saying. Because she puts being human as next to screaming, next to hitting, pushing, throwing chairs at him, throwing bottles. That's what being human is for this person because she's an abuser. So if I said to you, to anybody, you're not allowing me to be human, if I said that, it would just mean that because I'm not an abuser. But an abuser saying that is like, you're not allowing me to punch you in the face. No, he doesn't want to. And he already got punched a couple times. You're not allowing me to be human. That's really strong to say that to somebody.
And you didn't think about me, you didn't text me, all the things that you apologized for. You already apologized for it. Can you do me one small favor and not take it back?
He's like,
I'm taking it back.
Stop defending it, please. You already apologized for it. It meant a lot to me. Do me one favor today. Don't take that back.
more guilt trip.
This isn't about us. It's about us not allowing.
Is it about me showering?
No, it's about you not allowing.
It's about me shouting. So he just screamed at her a little bit. This is not about him screaming. It's about him splitting and not fighting for the marriage, which is what she wants him to do. She wants to be punched in the face, pretty much what she said.
Allowing me to have any problems with you or be upset at you or mad at you or even hurt with you at all. You do not allow it.
If you could have just said in a kinder way, a nicer way, like, listen, I feel fucked over by what you fucking just did.
You wouldn't freak out.
No, I would say fucking, what is it? Like what? And fucking too long at Isaac's. You said you wouldn't be that long or whatever. You shouldn't. I feel stranded. I felt fucking left. Whatever.
Yeah, like.
What am I gonna fight with that? Why would I get mad at that?
Oh my God! The first thing you do, I don't have to text you, and I mean, you just it would be shit. It would be a fight. It would be terrible. It would not be.
It was a fight.
Yeah, it was.
It was a fight.
Mm.
And it shouldn't have been. And
Oh, there you go. That's it. That's gold. It was a fight. She says yes, it was. He says it shouldn't have been a fight. It gets me when she said, I need to drink my hot chocolate. I'm sorry. It's late. It's really cold here. It hurts me when she said, it hurts me when he said, man, that's what he says, man, after every phrase. Man, let's just talk about it, man. Like, let's just talk about it, you know. And she said, you don't fight. He just wants to talk about it. And, you know, when time out, I know this, I studied this because I have children. Time out back in the 1950s was a thing that it was saying in America, just my God, put your kids in a timeout. It's actually not for the children. It's for yourself. The idea of timeout is, you know, the famous thing, like my dad never came back. He went to get cigarettes. He never came back. Well, that is extreme. The idea of timeout is, you know, back in the day, just go there, have a cocktail. They usually did that in the 50s. Time out, come back, keep talking about what you're talking, or keep fighting. But you need to time out yourself. It was not meant to do to your children. After the 80s, the 70s and the 80s, when everything was like, all the kids have ADD, they need to take pills because all the kids are hyper and they're bad kids. That's when the whole thing, you go on time out, go to the corner, don't talk back, look at me, time out. It started. But the time out in psychology is meant for you. I wonder if you're an adult. Yeah. For me as an adult, I'm 40 years old, to time myself out, to go for a walk. And this is all he wants to do, man. He wants to time out. He wants to lay down with a book. She can't handle it because people like this cannot be ignored. So she can't. She can't. At the end of this audio, she's making this noise, like just like a noise, and he's like, "What's that?" And she's like, "Xanax," which is an anti-anxiety medication that people take for anxiety and for panic attacks. And he's like, "Well, I don't want it." She's like, "Yes, you need it." She's giving him Xanax, which is it's all right. So right, it's not ecstasy, it's Xanax, it's legal. This is a guy who she says he drinks like crazy. He's drunk in every audio and every video. He's drunk. He's drunk out of his mind or high, and she's giving him Xanax, not knowing if this can be bad with the medication he's already taken. And she says you need it. I can't find the exact moment, but you'll know what I'm talking about. She gives him a Xanax, and it's like if I give somebody Xanax or a pill to calm down, I want them to calm down. She wants him to be sedated. She wants him to be calm so he cannot fight back verbally. He's not fighting physically. I imagine the guy is like on the couch like this, smoking cigarettes.
Something. The Isaac thing was the impetus because that was a lot of what you said today.
A lighter for smoking, sounds like.
Okay, so it's a bigger thing. It's coming from back in Australia.
It's like Australia was allowed that fight. I can't sit here and tell me I can't feel them. I can't voice them to you. If we say to each other, you can't get mad, you can't be over the other, then we're living in a fucking motherfucking fairy tale.
Look, then of course, nobody is able to and shouldn't hold shit in. We can go to the other person and say, look, man, I feel fucked.
Just look, man, just love the way he says, I feel fucked. Just talk to me, communicate. She's like, no, I'd rather scream. It's easier to throw pots and pans. There's another audio. Everybody knows this. I'm just start touching on it right now because it's kind of like all this new stuff that came out with her. His lawyer, I'm going to go back. His lawyer, Adam Willman, getting suspended on Twitter. I know Twitter is not like a big deal. The guy is still a good lawyer and stuff, but Twitter, Johnny's not on Twitter, so his lawyer on Twitter was his voice, was Johnny's voice, So canceling, suspending the lawyer is almost like going like, "Wood, shut up. There's no more voice." And Adam Willman was not. It was no death threats. It wasn't. He wasn't stealing anything. He wasn't putting anybody naked. He was just. He posted the body cam from the LAPD when they go into the penthouse 3. And I love they keep saying it. She's so dumb. She said penthouse 3 100 times. So now she can't say, well, no. They are confused. It wasn't penthouse 5. She can't say. Because the word penthouse 3 is in every court paper. So they went in there. They saw nothing. And that's kind of what it shook this whole thing for the last couple of weeks. And then a week ago, Adam Willman got suspended. And then not after that, Twitter sucks. Never been in Twitter, and I'm sabotaging that place, and everybody should. Fuck Twitter. Amanda got her minions. I don't think it's her. She's too busy. I don't think she's going. Amanda got her minions to send death threats to a YouTuber, which I love, which is that umbrella guy. It's like the first guy, one of the first guys to start covering this, and he's hilarious. And the minions, I don't think Amanda did it. Amanda little Amanda Pants. Her minions are her fans. I don't know if she has any fans left, but she says she does. Send that umbrella guy death threats. I'm going to find it. Not right now because I'm tired. I'm going to find it, and it's horrible. And he made a video, and he's laughing it off, and he's brushing it off because he's that cool. But it bugged shit out of me. In the threads, they are, you are next. Say it's not even like in like right English or even in Spanglish. It's more like it sounds like it's somebody trying to speak English or somebody from Germany or from France. It's weird. Unless it's her trying to make it weird so she doesn't get caught. Anyway, and it says you're next, and it's all grammatically all wrong the way the phrases are. That you are a loser. That comic book, it seems like that umbrella guy has a comic book coming because he made a comic book. And this comic book, let me just say comic book, it's going to be a failure. In that picture that you have on your Twitter of that cute little thing, which is different to his daughter, it's going to be gone too. We're going to take care of that too. And that's when you draw the line. I think what the pieces of garbage say that about a kid. And then they say something, they send that umbrella guy this thread saying, we know where you live. You have 3 trees in the front, and you have a flat house with 3 trees and a small dog. And he responded, I always had cats and I don't have a house with 3 trees. So they don't even know. They might just show up in some poor guy house. They're not gonna, it's all threads, empty threads. It's not real. But he said that he already made a report. So if something happens, that he's covered. I don't think nothing's gonna happen. I hope nothing happens to him. He made like 5 more videos after this. In one of the threads, they said to him, if you make one more video, we're gonna take care of you and your daughter. If you make one more video, and he did. He made one more video after he read that. So I think it's great. I think he's great. Love him. Been watching him for a long time, and I hope that he's making money with his comic book. I hope he gets successful with his comic book, and I don't want him to go because he's really fun to watch and to listen to. But the threads, I'm a mother, and if I was him, I think he already did it, I will make a type of report. Just in case, just to cover your ass. In the threads, they sent him, they said, you're next, and your daughter, we're going to take care of your daughter. They don't say nothing about wife. I don't know if there's a wife around or not, but we're going to take care of your daughter. That cute little thing you have on the top of your page. We're going to take care of that too. And we're next, she's next. Your comic book is going to be a failure. Leave me alone. I don't think it's her. I think she's just out there drinking wine and celebrating her birthday like a little kid, even though she's 35. It's her minions doing that. They're sent by her, so it's all bad. And the fact that he got suspended, Adam Woolman got suspended, and then the umbrella guy got this thing, it got me all like into it again. I was talking about Marilyn Manson, Evan Rachel Wood, the Me Too movement, Esme Bianco, and all the accusers. Because now it's a new thing that you accuse people on Instagram. You don't go to the police, you just accuse people on Instagram. And you become a victim and an accuser. I was doing that. I got a whole thing ready, talk about Marilyn Manson, talk about Evan Rachel Wood, and the victim mentality and the trauma bonding and how it doesn't make sense what they're doing. But I got sucked into this again. And I'm just going to keep going because I'm just doing it more for myself than anything else. Okay, just going to end this because I got to go eat something. Eat just like Amber was eating in court. I don't know anybody who will do that. Anyway, I'm out. Bye.